Good evening, everyone, and warm welcome from Electrical Engineering Department of Omdal Group of Institutions to today's webinar. Thank you all for finding your time and being here today. I am Dr. Shukonna, Assistant Professor at Omdal Group of Institutions and the moderator of this webinar. Omdal Group of Institutions is one of the leading colleges under Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, offering BTech courses in electrical engineering, computer science engineering, civil engineering, and mechanical engineering, and BR courses. The college is NAAC accredited and approved by AICTE and COA. Our topic today is commissioning of heavy electrical equipments and scope of electrical engineers, India's perspective, presented by the Electrical Engineering Department of Omdal Group of Institutions. Before we start, let me explain how you can talk to us during the webinar. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat box and we will answer them at the end of the session. Today, we are privileged to have amongst us the Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Joy Shankar Dotto, Project Engineer WELL and ex-Junior Warrant Officer, Indian Air Force. Professor Dr. Yogesh Kumar Sinha, respected principal of Omdal Group of Institutions, and Professor Swapan Kumar Majumdar, Head Department of Electrical Engineering, Omdal Group of Institutions. I welcome you all, sir, to this webinar. Now, I would request our respected principal, Professor Dr. Yogesh Kumar Sinha, sir, to inaugurate the webinar and share his valuable thoughts on this occasion. Sir, over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sukanya.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening to one and all present over here. A warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Joy Shankar Datta, Senior Project Engineer, BHEL India, who will be giving a talk on commissioning of heavy electrical equipment and also the scope of electrical engineers. Electrical engineering is one of the oldest core engineering branch, and at Omdal Group of Institution, we are running the course successfully. I am proud to say that Department of Electrical Engineering is making a great effort in imparting technical knowledge and skills to meet the industry expectation with the support of well-qualified and experienced faculty. Today's lecture will be followed by a talk by Head of Department, Professor Swapan Kumar Majumdar, who will be talking about the infrastructure and facilities available at our campus. Electrical engineering dates back to 19th century and deals with technology of electricity and working of wide range of components, devices, and systems. Electrical engineering mainly focuses on design, development, and testing of electrical equipments such as motor, radar, navigational, and communication system. As an electrical engineer, the critical skill needed are in-depth understanding of mathematics, electrical theory, electronics theory, and materials. Primarily, you all will get the opportunity to work in R&D sectors, engineering services, and manufacturing industry. You all as electrical engineers will also get opportunity to work on some of the emerging technologies like electric vehicle, wireless power transmission, artificial intelligence, electric saving lighting technology like LED bulb, Internet of Things, drone technology, batteries technology, robotics. Recent news few days back I came across was Delhi-Chandigarh highway became first electrical vehicle friendly highway in India with solar based charging port every 25-30 kilometer set up by BHEL. So it's a great news to see that India is also adapting to all these new technologies. Once again, I'd like to thank Mr. Joy Shankar Datta for accepting our invitation to enlighten our future engineers. Hope you all have a great learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the information. Moving on, I will introduce you to our chief guest, Mr. Joy Shankar Dotto. He completed his BSc from Calcutta University and subsequently accomplished BE degree from Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi. He was the topper in his batch. He joined Indian Air Force in 1989 and served for 20 long years. He extensively worked in Russian-built surface-to-air anti-aircraft missile, Pechora missile, which was designed to destroy fighters and bombers aircraft. Besides this, he also modified core analog circuits of radars successfully. He took VRS from Indian Air Force and joined Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited in 2011. Presently, he is working as the project engineer in NCR region in BHEL. He is also in charge of commissioning of heavy electrical equipments like high tension transformers, reactors, etc. It is our proud privilege to welcome him to the webinar and hear a lecture on the topic Commissioning of Heavy Electrical Equipments and Scope of Electrical Engineers, India's Perspective. Sir, over to you. Sir, you are not audible. Sir, it's...
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Very respected Sheena, sir, Dr. Sheena, and Mr. Shapan Majumdar, and ma'am, you, and all whoever have participated. I have a big respect to them, and it is my pleasure to be part of you all these very days. You know, I want to share many things with you all, and you are most welcome with any question. I'll be the happiest person to if I can. If I not, later I will come with the proper reply for you. And it will be, I would like to, you're all clear, you're all doubt. Okay. So as it is, we'll go along our topic that heavy electrical engineer. I myself, as you told, that I am electronics ENTC and joined BHEL, learned all electrical intricacy and all, and it was very beautiful, interesting thing. And as it is, you told, the electrical engineering is a very ancient classical technique. Yes, of course, very nice. Because today, till date, we can't replace the inductor. We can't replace the inductor, but still we have got director and all. They give the phase shift of 90 degrees, but not that inductor beautiful effect. That is, small change, it gives a big kick with that Faraday's induction. That we could not arrange in electronic system. That's why, being with the BHEL, I am very happy that yes, we are working with the inductors. It is mostly inductors. Heavy electrical engineering, the question of heavy electrical engineering, when it comes, there we have got to only consider this insulation and power, insulation, power and voltage. At the same time, power means it will concern voltage and current together. So while we go for designing this, the biggest consideration over here is the insulations. And it has got electronics. I worked a long time from my boyhood with the Air Force, with the electronic equipment. It was fine. But thing is that in the electrical engineering, there will be no chance. What I have learned after coming to BHEL, there is no mistake. Your imagination, knowledge will not work out over here. It is fine. Imagination is more important than the knowledge. And what I have experienced perfectly over here. Electronic circuit, some mistake we do. Your students are also might be listening this. It will have no second chance, because I will be showing you very soon. Very shortly, I am coming with your all videos of 160 megawatt power station of Delhi Transco. Then you might have heard about Bajaj, who have come also into this power sector, in power generation. Their station is 1800 megawatt. Their transformers also I'll show you. And all time we have got to consider a lot before switching on the thing. There will be no second chance. Electronics, there are many second chances. On computer, there are million chances while you are working, or mistakes will be corrected. Million times you can correct. In electronics also, some one transistor will go off. But here is silly mistake with the heavy power transformers. You know, this will blast like anything. It will be a havoc, you can say. It will be a havoc. So, being project in charge, I had been many up in this few times. I on a specialist ground, I have been taken by BHL fine. But thing is that huge responsibility was given. I had been at Ukraine also, Russia. I worked with the Ukraine engineers and scientists. They are very laborious. I have seen that knowledge and their working skill. I have seen. So, but from them, mostly we are trained by BHL. It was an opportunity, and there I can tell you about heavy electrical. That is, firstly we talk about insulations and this. Now, what are the India? Where all we are suffering? I'll be very outspokenly speaking. BHL is the only heavy industry ministry which manufactures, and manufacturing is with the foreign software. We are not, BHL, we ourselves low power transformer, we are manufacturing, fine. But this high power also we are manufacturing, but we have got to that purchase it from foreign. Like recently from Ukraine, 765 kV transmission system, for that necessary transformer, reactor and all, we have taken from GTP. GTP, it is Ukraine, Russian based company. For that only I went there. And very recently I have come, you can say it is 12, 11 only I have joined. So abroad we are getting this technology, means Indian technology, we are not able to meet the requirement of this insulation. Bushing is the terminal. I'll show you very shortly. I'll show you. Bushing is the terminal through which the input come to the transformer and outputs are taken. These are the terminals through which input and output goes. These bushings we are not able to design at this after 75 years of independence. So you bring up your students, and they should be groomed such a way that they are able to design it. We need not purchase the software. Of course, we are designing, but software always we are taking from the abroad. Even we are using mainly ABB, then the Siemens and this Russian technology to design this heavy electrical equipment. But small electrical equipments we are doing, we are designing of our own. And those of us we are designing, but software reference we take from them. Still, we are not sure about. Once we go installation of this transformer, we have to be very cautious. We know everything, but there are certain clues which I have not developed. So your students and all, whoever undergoing your training, they should be taught about. And today I would like to face maximum questions regarding this transmission. You can ask me about. It is a huge sector, but in this one, what I could get a chance in last few years, that is transformer intensively. I worked all type of transformers. Then I worked with the reactors. Your students can ask me about the reactors, why they are used, and then some extra switch gears, why they are used. This all bus duct, and this all electrical apparatus. You can distribution in the concept of the distribution. And BHL is a, you know that it is a Maharatna company of India, #1, and its main production is this thing, power equipment, only power equipment, like it starts from turbine and boilers, mainly in Trichy. It is designed, and both the turbine, hydro as well as thermal turbines, and next it comes to the transformer and railway engines. Then we have got in defense also. We are now designing some missiles and radar also. All sector we are working. Now I am in this very small sector of it. As a very small human, I'm working here. That is transformer up to 765 kV. Now I'll now go for sharing. Anything you would like to ask me, ma'am? Anybody? So I'll go ahead. Otherwise.
You please continue. We'll take up questions at the end of the session.
Okay, fine, sir, fine. Sir, now this is a transformer which is 100 megawatt. We call it 100 MVA. We call it 100 MVA, and megawatt means it is 100 megawatt. I should not say it is 100 MVA. MVA means you have to multiply with the power factor cos phi. Generally, it is our BHEL transformer will be having very high power factor like 0.99 even 0.96, closing to very 1. And at minimum, we can take this power factor at least as least as it can be 0.8. This transformer has got, you can see its bushings. These are the bushings I am talking about. Yesterday, it is yesterday's picture. This transformer got damaged. Some bushing got blasted. They thought the inside coil also gone. I was there. I had to go as a project engineer there, but it was not like this. Now we can imagine yesterday's accident. You will know how dangerous it is. Input to this transformer is 220 kV. 220 kV. You do understand, and output is 33 kV. That is other side. That is other side. Now 220 kV is coming fine, but bushings, how they are designed. Bushings, there will be core conductor. There will be core conductor, and in the core conductor, there will be core conductor. In the core conductor, it is like this goes. There we put a aluminium foil all around. Now again insulator. These places will be all insulated. These places will be having all insulated. And this is the core conductor through which this is 220 kV will be coming. This kV will be coming, and it is 100 megawatt MVA. This is 100 MVA. Now what happens? This is this when it came, it is going inside the transformer. This aluminium foil, this transformer from 1992, it was commissioned by BHEL 1992. All of a sudden, this insulation, the dielectric got broken. That dielectric got broken, and due to that, 220 directly shorted to the transformer tank, and it has damaged the complete bushing. And it is its primary was star and secondary was also star. So what happens? These all three bushing you can find over here. They are at the bottom of them are shorted together to form a star network. And this shorting, what happened? This once the current in this one profusely increases, same current will be influencing other two also. Because this is a common path of conduction. Common path of this impedance in this one, they have damaged mostly this bushing and another bushing it has damaged. Like this way, small calculation mistake will cause a huge havoc. You can see in the other direction also, I will show you. This way, all people are working over there, and I have to guide them how to work. Prospect in this heavy electrical engineering, BHEL, NTPC, NHPC. Government sector, I will be mostly talking about BHEL, NTPC, NHPC, and then comes Bajaj, Bidco, and then ABB. Then all Reliance also today has come in the power sector. Then Adani also has come, power generation. And all there are a number of companies out there. Your electrical students, if they are studying confidently very well, and they will be able to join these places beautifully, and they will have a very good life over here, and they will have a beautiful enjoyable. We have got to enjoy this subject, sir. Madam, everybody, I am telling that we have got to enjoy. Profession is fine, but very cautiously, and one true knowledge is required. True knowledge. Suppose I have sat in the once I got a chance, one opportunity to talk interview from the BHEL side. I went to BART students, they went for the interview. So there I was asking, what is power factor? They say yes sir, it is cos phi. The theoretical part they reply very nice, but practically they do not know what is happening there. cos phi, and these things you might be very much clearing. As I heard about your university, your college, it is a very nice, very good scope education, and students also highly motivated to work on the heavy electrical and over and above, as you all know, still I repeat, electrical engineers has got more opportunity to work than electronics also in India, because India electronics designs, we are very lagging. Mostly electronic equipments are coming from outside, though we have studied electronics a lot outside only. Manufacturing as it is, you know, from mobile to everything we are taking outside India, we have not started yet. So lesser place of working will get. Electrical engineers, they will have beautiful space to work, and electrical engineer, they can work in the electronics also after studying, with studying more in a micro scale. So this thing, everybody, I want to motivate on this. And second thing, in this bargain, I can show you more picture of it. Here, this is the bushing, one sideways views, and these are this is in a heavy electrical instrument. As I told you, it is a 100 megawatt. That means 100 megawatt, this transformer will be traveling. Fine. Now, thing is that this, while 100 megawatt will be traveling through the copper coil, winding and all. So what happens? They will get very much heated up. Now, to cool them, to wipe up the heat of it, all time that oil will be circulated inside the transformer. So here, this one, you can say, this drum, you can see this is the conservator. From here it is near about, it will be it is 54 kL, 900 liter oil is kept in this conservator, and this conservator will be 40 kL, sorry, 40 kL, and conservator is 40 kL, 54 kL, and in between that oil will be inside the transformer. It is circulated, and this drum, whatever you are seeing, this is called conservator. It is a huge structure, and this oil, before coming to conservator, it is made to travel through this cooler band. It has got motors of nearly 16 watt. Mostly it is 16 kilo horsepower, sorry, 16 horsepower motor. There will be 4 motors, 4 horsepower each, and they push the cold oil inside the transformer. Hot oil comes through the upper pipes and to this drum, and again it goes through the fin. These are the cooler band we call. These are actually fins, and there will be fan underneath. You can see, if you can watch it bit minutely, you can see there are fans are there. These are to cool these fins. By this way, we keep on cooling the transformer to wipe out the heat from the windings. Mostly transformers are of different configurations. As you know, this there will be many configurations. Like, as we know, basically basic thing we should know, one is primary, another one is secondary. As it is taught to all students, primary and secondary, this is power will be entering into this, and it will be induced and in the secondary, and it will be taken out from there. Now, transformer is a device. As you know, I reiterate the thing because for your students, transformer is a device which is to step up the voltage, which is to push the voltage up, at the same time pull it up and push it down. These two are the thing. This pulling, pushing it does. In this jargon, transformer is such a beautiful instrument that impedance is matched. As we know, sometimes one factory is switched on, then one second factory will be switched on. So load impedance is going down. At the same time, transformer will compromise it, and it will reduce its equivalent impedance, and by that it will be matching. That is to match, as you know, that maximum power transfer theorem, that source load impedance should be equal to the load impedance, or it should be equal to the load impedance or complex conjugate. Magnitude should be same. It should be complex conjugate. Your students might be watching this. That's why if input is equal to sigma plus j omega, let us take j omega, or we can say more simply x plus iy. It seems easy, and so secondary should be x minus io. That means something or it is, and magnitude is the impedance of it under root x square plus y square, both are same. You can say magnitude vector, so it will be in ohm. So here you can see transformer it is like this. This is the maximum power transformers. This complete mechanism is done in this transformer itself. Still, after doing this also, impedance is magnitude of impedance. This is matching file. After that also, the heavy transmission, very dangerous thing. Here, as I told you, there will be no second chance. One mistake is enough to cause them state to distort, not a particular area of the transformer. These are 160 megawatt. Means if it blasts, so almost that area, huge area will get destroyed. And it has happened in many places. You might be seeing the newspaper, this NTPC. So what we do in this high voltage transmission, suppose it is generally voltage transmission, we are using incoming voltage will be from 400 kV, 220 kV. Earlier we used to this. Now, how India is advancing, you can say. Recently, we come with we are able to design 765 kV voltage. Recently, high voltage transmission we started now. It causes low losses. But sir, one problem came up also here, that once we start the high voltage transmission in the AC, it is AC of course, 50 cycle sin omega t. This is the omega rate is 2 pi f. So here problem is this, when we started this high frequency transmission, there will be skin effect loss, of course. There will be skin effect losses and so many magnetic leakage loss, it increased. So again in India, we have switched over one channel from Agra to third circle, that means it is MP, that Andhra Pradesh. These two service, this supply we have made it DC. From here we have made it DC. That means within close vicinity of the generator, we give it in the AC only. If it is to go more than 700 kilometer, we convert it to the DC and we transmit it. DC means AC, as you know, in the AC, when the current flows, beautiful things are there. It's mostly current will be flowing to the surface of it. You know why? That due to the skin effect. I was trying to speak it out, because this core and area around the core will have the highest impedance. So current will be traveling to surface, and in this bargain, somewhere, someplace, due to some occurrence, if the voltage becomes high, there will be transmission will start like antenna, like a communication antenna. It will start the huge transmission. To avoid this, they have made it that DC transmission, HVDC. We are using HVDC is nothing. We are using the same 765 kV will come here, or 400 kV will come. 400 kV will come here. Here it is fine. After that, we will put a one HVDC transformer is there. Here we are rectifying it, making it DC. And DC we are making it to travel all the way, whether it is 1500 kilometer or 2000 kilometer, all the way it will be going. After going over there, public needs AC there, because all fans, all electrical instrument of AC. Electrical instruments are run by AC only. So electrical instruments are run by AC, they need AC, so it has to be converted AC. For that, we are using the thyristor. We are using the thyristor to convert it from DC to AC. Now thyristor cannot convert, only oscillator can convert it from DC to AC. But how thyristor? Thyristor, what we do, this only this trick, your students are listening, for them I am telling. Thyristor, what we do, these three phases are coming from one reference will be going over there to trigger the thyristor gate. Thyristor gate, we trigger, we give, and accordingly this AC will be, they are generated like this by thyristor gate. This AC again we will, as usual, conventionally we will be using the transformers to transmit the power. And this AC I have shown you, you can make out in the square wave form. But again, what we do, after this AC comes, In this circuit, we put in series one inductor and parallel one capacitor, like this. And from there we will be. Now it will become beautiful sine wave. Why? This here, these high frequencies, this high frequency will be this. What the discontinuity of this function? This will be getting filtered out by this. We call it basically filtered out, but not. It gets charged and hold the charge and discharges. And low frequency will be through, and high frequency will be obstructed over here also. High frequency will be obstructed by the inductor. So like this, we make it a very round shape, sine as usual, sine wave. Now one thing I escaped there, when the impedance, so all areas I have got to say you. Suppose you are transmitting here, high voltage is fine. This is 400 kV. Now this is the suppose ground. Now it is the biggest problem, and it was in some, I think I can remember, 17th century. This 400 kV is here. User is at this end. User is at this end. Fine. Ground is here. What happens? This conductor, and this is also very good conductor, because these supplies will be coming from the star connections. Now what happens? These here they form a capacitor throughout all the way. As long it will be traveling, it will be forming a capacitor. And this capacitor is called Ferranti capacitors by the name of his inventor. So what used to happen those days? Suppose here keeps on piling the charge, keeps on piling the dust. It will be some 700 kV. So what will happen? This 700 will not let this your power output to go. So what happens here at the after long distance, some 10 kV will be reaching. So to overcome this Ferranti capacitor, what we do, that I told you very beginning, I am in the reactor business also. We put one inductor here. This inductor only in the technology, in the field of technology, we call it reactors. That is also BHEL is designing, and this reactor is called shunt reactor, because it is shunting to the ground. Now, is it the only function? Because it is not the only reactor. It beautifully that helps our this heavy transmission wave, because the reactor is not used in the low transmission. Heavy transmission, what happens, sir and madam and my beloved students, I say this. While this line is on, it is fine. What happens is that current, a small current will be passing through. These reactors are of small value, like 100 MVA, MVA R, if there is a convention to write R, or 125 MVAR, or it is mostly we are 80 MVAR, 120 and 225 MVAR, like this way we are using. Now, apart from this, what it does? First thing, it cancels the Ferranti capacitor for the transmission line, what is formed. Second thing is that while line is on, it is going smooth, very satisfactory functioning. Yes, a current will be flowing through this. Whenever current flows, it will be storing the energy in this one. Now, here suppose one factory is there, one factory you have got. Here it is factory is fine. It is taking some, let us take 1000 ampere current. It takes 1000 ampere current. Okay. Now, suppose it is morning, say 8 o'clock, one factory has got switched on. It has taken 1000 ampere current from the main line. Now, at 12 o'clock, another factory of 1000 ampere has got switched on. So that will draw another 1000 ampere. So this line was having 1000 ampere. It is a huge amount ampere. Line cannot be able to supply. So as many are, type out the turbine. So this information that you need more load, this information has got to go to GENCO. Then turbine will generate power and come. This 500 nanosecond will safeguard the line. It will bring up its magnetic energy through this for the small period. So any sudden load variation or anywhere short circuit takes place, to safeguard the line, this is reactor we are using, shunt reactor. Now I will show you some more picture. These are insulators. You can see these are we are very particular about these insulators. This insulator porcelain we are using, and recently again from the China they have designed some insulator which can withstand these high voltages. Those are made of polymers. You can say polymer, the special kind of polymer they are using, but still we have not started designing this. Conventionally, we are using that this porcelain insulators only. It is a good field. I encourage everybody to join in the heavy electrical, and I have shown you many organizations also. Recently, vacancies are very late coming. These days, I also joined. Through GATE only people has got to join. As it is, to clear the GATE, they have got to study in depth. In depth means this IIT mostly GATE papers they are setting, or IIMS. Their papers they are setting very applied. I again emphasize on this one. Very pardon me, I very benignly I would like to, people should be taught in a very applied education teacher, with a very applied way. You say if some place we Indian all together, we are lagging in this. This applied study is not given. As it is, I heard your university college has got a very good opportunity there to do the practicals, and every practical should be explained by the professors. This was the damage. You see how it has damaged this high voltage with the wall tank. Bushing bottom which goes inside the transformer, it looks like this. Now some power plant I will be showing you how it looks. It is this power plant is of Bitco power plant. I have got this video, I will show you that I was showing you initially.
Doctor, the video is not coming onto the board. So if you can make a projection or something, some kind of that, students are not able to see the.
Hello. Yes.
That video is not seen onto the screen that you are showing.
Oh, I have to share it. Okay, sorry. I didn't share. Okay. Sorry.
Now it is coming.
Okay. Fine. This is the one power was a source like this. Power plant. This is Bajaj. Not Jhansi exactly. This is Lalitpur. From Jhansi it is 400 kilometers. Complete electrical GT generator transformers. This is called firewalls. In between transformers are kept. All precautions also. 765 kV. Okay. Good. We have got 765 kV. Later. Again, few more small. By this huge structure, students might be thinking they have got to walk a lot. No, only there will be huge instrument. Mission lights here. Okay, these are the transformer bases where the transformers are placed. These are you can see Lalitpur 660 megawatt turbine. These all are BHEL constructed, designed and manufactured by BHEL, commissioned by we people. lines are put in this huge building.
ये जगह स्टोरेज के लिए लोग दे रहे हैं.
Shobhan sir, is it clear to you all?
Now it is clear.
Is it clear now?
Is it clear? Now it is clear.
These are the transformer bases. The transformers are loaded through a rail. It is rolled up. Now again, I'll be talking more about the mechanical things of this transformer. Am I seen over here? My board is visible to you all? Hello?
I see, it is visible.
Visible. Okay, now one thing I'll tell you, this transformer is going, 160 megawatt. This is 160 megawatt. 160 megawatt MVA we call, and multiplied by cost by power factor, it will be deciding what. This transformer weighing is 237 ton. 1 ton equal to 1000 kg. So it is handling also very difficult. How it will be, trailers will be coming. I can give you an example. These trailers from Jhansi to come up to Delhi, it charges us 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs to bring this transformer. So trailer they will be bringing. After bringing this, as a project in charge, we have got to place them. There will be many people what? There will be many cranes, many huge crane will be there. But crane cannot take that much load. Indian crane cannot take. Some mistake we can do. These cranes, the to lift the 234 ton. For that we need a crane which will have to come to from Bangalore, that Bombay we are having at the port. But we will be given small crane who can pick only 50 ton or something like that. Now problem is that so project engineer should not mistake. Project should not let any of the engineer to mistake. So that it should not any misalignment, something should not happen. If it has got rolled by a small quantity, nobody will be able to put it back very cautiously. So this mechanical thing before placing transformer on this rail, till the time it will be big tension, and project engineer will be having a sleepless night. So this, that's why I told you that and it is never rolled down from the trailer just simply with a crane and all. It is not that so easy. They put sleepers and one and small jack will be there. The 1 mm to down it from the 4 feet trailer, it takes 2 hours. It is long at that hour round the clock. One project, whoever will be in charge over there, project in charge cannot sit in the AC room. He has to come and stand over there. Anytime working people will mistake, like a captain, like a non-playing captain, you have to be as if you are not touching, but everything should go on through your brain, all sensations. That anything goes wrong and 30, and there will be straight away, there will 30 people will be dying if it slides left, right, or anything happens. So after it goes down, very cautiously, I don't know, there is no second mistake, there is no second chance in the heavy electrical engineering, there is no second chance. So after that, these are put on this rail and it is rolled back toward the computer, as you see green, to place it over there. And all you can see, I have put, it is myself I have done. This platforms also I have instructed them how it is to be designed. I have taken this idea from Indian Railway also. Railway trains, that railway train when it runs to the rail. So how this stone, granite stone give the support, by that I asked the DGM to make this like this, and he has arranged that here. On your idea they will be waiting, because once you have joined BHEL or NTPC, you are project in charge, everything they will put on you. That is the biggest thing. Nobody will come, customer will not come. They will be waiting for the date, last date, will be handing over. Then handing over, so there will be anything you have incomplete, for that they will stop. And one transformer, it is costing there, as today it is costing 12 crore. 12 crore, one transistor goes up, it costs only, today only 1 rupees. And it is 12 crore you are going to waste at the same time. And very constant live wire you are spoiling, live wire. Then that many human can be anytime damaged. Many people going up, and while you switch on, and I myself all together go ahead before first switching on of this power station. We go far with the cameras on, nobody will be there. From the control room, we have to switch on. Now, why there is a need of reality of knowledge? I share you, very reality required. If I see AC, so AC means what? AC generally what we say, just I am giving you people a clear idea. AC means it goes like this. I'll be saying 100 cubic, it is 50 cycle, it is varying sinusoidal, English listens very nice. But thing is that they should know this increases by what rate of it. Rate of it is increasing. Find the rate of change of it maximum. Yes, sin theta, if you derivative, you get a cos theta. So it comes like this. So it shows your students what I am showing. Here rate of change is 0. DC component here will be maximum, high. And their rate of changes are here more. Like this, practically, if you can teach, so it will be better. If you are giving, I believe that you are giving that kind of education to the people, these people will be very successful in this heavy, because I said in BARC interview, I never asked what is the Maxwell's equation, you see, what is the de Broglie equation, nothing I have asked. I asked the practical things, but people are not knowing. I have observed them many times. So some are coming, yes, there was many people are there. They are not knowing, but smartly applied, we will be always in the interview board after BHL is recruiting. That case also will be application question we ask. Suppose one capacitor connect, so from the child in inductor phase lags by 90. Listens nice, English are okay, but different. Phase least 90, so they should know after teaching all theories at the end of the day of you people's class, no, you people can, tell that phase leads my this voltage, this capacitor here, once you are applying the voltages, this capacitor lets not the voltage to get developed across it. Only it lets the current to flow. These things if you can say the students it's nice, they will understand. Initially it will not let. It will make the thing to get delayed by as good as 90 degrees late it. It will not let the voltage to get developed. So this way in the application teaching is very easy. IIT is teaching. Yes, IIT, I had a chance to go to IIT once. I have seen FU. FU means 20%. Mostly I have gone through an NPTEL lecture. Earlier I used to go. Later I didn't find anything, something materialistic, practical application of it. Otherwise, any of the university goes up, definitely nation will go ahead. Any of the engineering IIT, if IIT is so good, again I tell you, if IIT is so good, all scientists would be coming from IIT. We cannot define the scientists are going out of India. No, that is not a definition. They are not able to stabilize over here. ISRO has got, I cleared in 2015 ISRO scientist exam. I cleared. I didn't join because before that I joined BHL. By that time my prospect has gone up. Now what happens? ISRO is giving a very good chance. Let people join there. Hardly any people successfully doing. ISRO also design technology are bringing from outside. Kalam Sahab, Dr. Kalam Sahab, he has done lot many Indianization in that cryogenic technology, that metallurgy, that too. He did a lot of work, but electronics we are not able to do much. We are bringing talks from outside. It is very benignly. Kind request you all give them application training. Let me see a few more things. Let us see. This is transformer. One side view can make out. Side view can make out. This transformer side view can make out. This is side view. It is like this height. Now it has been put on artificial pin. I was reporting to my GM. I was reporting. That time I made this diagram. Today I picked this up to show you all. No, this time it looks like this something. Structure, gigantic structure. Cannot, my hand sometimes will not be able to remove a nut also. And everything is done with the automatic machines, cranes, building cranes and hydras.
Dr. Da,
Yes,
we are running out of time, so we can proceed for further program of today's here.
Is working on the solar system also. Solar system, this small, are you able to see this? Yes, Shapal sir, Hello?
Today we have time limitation, so we'll take your this thing later someday. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. It is my pleasure to join you on.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing the information and enriching us with your talk. I hope the students are really benefited by your lecture and learned a lot about transformers.
Yes.
Moving on, we have the next speaker for the day, Professor Shopon Kumar Majumdar, HOD Department of Electrical Engineering of Omdayal Group of Institutions. Sir, if you please tell us something about the Electrical Engineering Department of Omdayal Group of Institutions and enrich us on the career prospects of an electrical engineer. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So I think that Jaishankar Datto has enlightened us with a lot of new informations, and
Voice is not coming.
Datta, if you kindly, stop screen sharing.
Okay, I have stopped. I have stopped.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I have stopped.
Okay. So is it fine?
Yes, sir, yes,
Sukarna,
sir.
ma'am?
Shopon, sir, yes, sir. You continue, sir, please.
Okay.
Shopon, sir, please
So-
continue.
Okay. So, okay. So we actually heard a nice lecture. Uh, to be very frank, he was my guru. I mean that sorry. Whatever I know today, actually, it is due to him. Okay. Uh, so I place him next to my father. Sorry, please excuse me. Okay. Uh, as he told, sorry, excuse me, as he told that I also say my students that in electrical engineering, if my students are hearing, they will understand that from the first day itself, I had been saying that in electrical engineering, once you work in the industry, there is no mercy. Absolutely, there is no mercy. That in a second, he correctly said that in a second, a machine of maybe of crores, maybe a machine of maybe lakhs, or machine of maybe several thousands, before you can close your eyes, that machine will get damaged. So I suggest my students that, and also during my class or any lecture, I say that understanding is the first part that an electrical engineer should have. And if a student does not understand the basics of electrical engineering, I will advise him not to join in any industry. And this is not the this in the seminar I am speaking. In the class, I have repeatedly said that's what once I let students in. I am really very strict in terms of discipline, because I know that something of serious nature can happen. Uh, now if I talk about in the present time, now naturally pandemic has hit us, because as Jaishankar Datta told, and we understand it, that electrical engineering, of course, any engineering that without practical, without industry exposure, it is nothing. I am sure that students knows that our department has a very good infrastructure for laboratory. And one thing I tell to my students that uh, that of course that one cautionary word I'll say you in addition to Dr. what he has said, I fully agree. But in addition to that, I'll add one more thing, that in India there is one culture that they say that especially in engineering it is there, that you don't attend theoretical classes. If if you miss theoretical classes, it is fine. If you attend lab classes, then there is no problem. But and one more information I want to give you: the students, those who are in the first year and second year, they hear more of the seniors who are just by experience 3 to 4 years of engineering knowledge. They give due respect to their senior brothers and sisters in the college, but they do not much pay heed to the what teacher says. So what I say that unless you have a theoretical knowledge, if you go to the lab, you are just a blank man. You cannot you cannot learn anything. You will just mechanically you will collect the data, and that will be of no use. So my sincere advice to all students, that you have to take theoretical classes seriously, and as he told, that you have to feel that through your imagination, and that imagination validation verification, theoretical verification, you do in the lab. And if I talk about my department, it is not only that we have a theoretical classes and practical classes and state of the art I mean laboratory. We also have a industry institute relationship. Likewise, an example I can give you, that our college has signed MOU, that is memorandum of understanding, with Internshala. So with a view to have a industry institute relationship, and thereby we are facilitating students for internship and other things. Okay, so that we can make our students industry ready. And if I talk about my department, I mean I will tell you that it is particularly people centric education, uh, uh, or student centric education. What I mean by this, that student is everything for us. uh, I mean that if a student is meritorious or he has a good quality that is appreciated, and if a student has weakness in some areas, we are the first person that to take those areas, and so that we can clear doubts. I mean that weakness is nothing but that he or she is not able to understand the things what is written. So we can, if we can make story, and if we can convince them, or we can make her or his doubts clear, I think that will be that will be very interesting, because ultimately, as he told, that engineering has to be an interesting one. And with this, I want to say one more thing, that we are going through this pandemic situation. And when actually lockdown was declared into March last 2020, I mean that our direct classes stopped, but our inline this online classes started. Okay, so, though lab classes are little bit hindered, but I think that we could continue this online classes, and to a good extent, I am sure the students are benefited through this online classes. And we did not stop online classes even for a single day in that sense, because in a systematic manner that we continued our online classes. One more thing I'll tell you before I finish it, that I have seen personally, and many of my colleagues and other teachers also felt it. You just imagine a student whose age is between 18 to 22 years, and he is or she is told to reside, to stay in the home for many 24 hours for months together. And the students had faced psychological trauma. And not only we had to take classes, online classes, but at the same time, being mentors, we had to counsel them that don't break psychologically. Good times are likely to come, and colleges are likely to open. And we have taught them how to face hardship, because hardship may come in any form. it has come in the form of pandemic situation. Once they join in industry, that hard times will come in other format. But we have all time, we have stayed beside them, and we have advised them or tried to convince them that be positive under the hard conditions. So that is the, I think that mental training we have tried to give at different points in time. So this is all about the that is the department that I want to say. And regarding this job prospect, if I say, as that Jaishankar Datta himself is working in well, and there are many other different organizations that job prospects are there, NTPC and other things. So I have prepared a slide. I'll show you. Though we are running through this pandemic situation, but still jobs are not less. I have enlisted some jobs that actually came out in the year of 2021. So what I mean to say that for electrical engineers, not everything are bane. There are boon also. So some of the that is good news is that the jobs that came out in the papers or in the Karma Khetra or employment news, I have listed. I'm just showing it. Just giving me a few seconds. Is it visible, my screen?
No, sir.
Screen is not visible.
No, sir.
So what I should do? Okay, then I let me read some of the advertisement that came in the year of 2021. What I mean to say that don't be unhappy that jobs are not there.
Sir,
Jobs
please
are,
on your video, sir.
Hello.
Sir, please on your video.
Okay.
Yes, sir, it's okay.
Okay. So can I share now? That is.
Yes, sir, you can.
So is my screen visible now?
No, sir.
Okay. So
The
then,
video stopped.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let me read few things now. That slides that I had and prepared it. That is, say, West Bengal Public Service Commission (WBPSC). There was a jobs related to assistant engineer, lecturer in engineering colleges, sub assistant engineers. Okay. Next, West Bengal State Electricity Distribution Company Limited (WBACDCL), assistant engineer, and it was 200. The recruitment was for 200 engineers for assistant engineer. And then West Bengal State Electricity Transmission Company Limited, and it was figure is around 70. Then West Bengal Power Development Corporation Limited, that figure as an assistant engineer figure was 30. So now, and if I talk about others, say like Railway Recruitment Board, there was, and there was Defense Research Development Organization (DRDO), and recruitment figure was 10 for electrical engineers, and Bharat Electronics Limited 2021, the figure was 01 here as a project engineer, and BARC recruitment 2021, it was for electrical engineers, the figure was 24. So and there are Arcon recruitment 2021, so the figure was 36, and there are and BPCL recruitment 2021, so figure was 07, and there are GAIL India Limited recruitment 2021, so figure was 03. So what I mean to say that, and Tata Steel India 2021, the recruitment figure was 30. So what I mean to say that there are several, I mean that company names that would recruit in 2021. I am not naming further. So what I mean to say that as our today chief guest told, if you have a clear idea about electrical engineering and if you develop practical knowledge that are applied as a, because applied based knowledge is important, I am sure that no one can stop you from getting jobs. So get enlightened, be happy, learn things, and job is at your hand, I'm sure. So with this, I'm finishing here, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Once again, to say that the Electrical Engineering Department of Omdal Group of Institutions has experienced and dedicated team of caring faculty members, state-of-art laboratory, and provides innovative and quality education with high standard to achieve academic excellence. I hope the students understood that electrical engineering is a field with vast array of career prospects and what career options are available to them in today's world. Now moving on to the last part of the webinar, we have the question answer session. Now to Shopun sir, what is the criteria for admission in electrical engineering under Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology under MACOUT?
So, ma'am, first thing that he should be he should clear 10+2 in science, and he should have a WBJE rank or JE main rank, and physics, chemistry together should have a minimum 45%. This is the criteria.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one more question from the audience. Why should a student opt out for electrical engineering than other streams?
So, if I want to reply this, actually, you know that that apple we call that apple fell, and Newton had a reaction that why it fell down, why it did not go up. What I mean to say, the first thing that you should have, that is inquisitiveness for electrical things. If you have a inclination for knowing what is electricity and all, I mean, as he told. So if you have that inquisitiveness, I think that naturally you should opt for this electrical engineering. And one more thing I'll add you. That is it's the love for the subject that you should have first. Then you can make a trade-off with one more thing, that is the job prospect. If you see this current scenario of India, you can imagine that industry has to have a country have to have industries, because actually economy is based on either agriculture or this engineering, and engineering means that electric supply has to be there, and also at every houses there should be electricity. I mean that for electrical engineers, with respect to job prospect, if you have a love for or if you have a passion for electrical engineering, job prospect is another segment that you should take care of. So I mean that if you have a aspirations or if you have a inquisitiveness for electrical engineering, and if you make a trade-off with this job prospect, that electrical engineers have a lot of jobs that I just read out, and there are many I could not read. So I think these two are the main factors that one should job prospect and his love for the subject. So these are the two things I think that one should opt for this electrical engineering.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, what are the subjects a student needs to know properly before getting admission in electrical engineering?
We do not expect much from the student. We expect very basic things, and as I told, that inclination for the subject. What all basic things we expect? Simple Ohm's law, simple Kirchhoff's law, and once we apply it, that sign convention. We want to know that little bit of knowledge of capacitor, little bit of knowledge of inductor, and little bit of knowledge of resistors, if they are combined in series or parallel, or in parallel. So what could be the equivalent resistance or resistance? So, and a little bit of knowledge of this is AC circuits like RMS value, average value, only some, and the resonance, if we have series resonance, parallel resonance, these are the basic things we may we actually expect it. But if I talk about our markout syllabus, in the first year there is a one paper that is basic electrical engineering. If at all that particular students are missing these fundamentals, we can grow them up with these knowledges, because syllabus has already incorporated that the students need in that students should have from the 10+2. But by chance, if or she misses out or do not have the very structured knowledge, we are here to give knowledges to them, and we can carry forward him or her to the higher side of this knowledge.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Looks like we answered all your questions. Now we come to the end of the webinar, and I will present the vote of thanks for today's webinar. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Joy Shankar Dotto, for sharing the valuable information clearly, which I am sure benefited the students greatly. I would also like to thank our principal sir, Professor Dr. Yogesh Kumar Sinha, for giving permission to organizing the webinar. I would also thank Professor Shapan Kumar Majumdar for inviting Mr. Joy Shankar Dotto and making the webinar successful. I would also like to thank all the audience for being with us this evening. It has been a great pleasure. We hope to see you again next time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. Big pleasure. Big pleasure.